Hi guys, hello everyone. I hope you are doing fine from wherever you are in the world. On my side, I am doing fine. I'm going on with life in the countryside. And if you are new in my channel and you are seeing this face for the first time, I'm the countryside Jewel. I do village lifestyle in Kenya, Africa, in a place called Embu County. In one of the villages in Embu County, that is where I live. As you can see from my background, the green is everywhere, guys. And guys, today the sun is very hot. I'm even standing at a tree here because the sun is very hot, and I'm starting the video a bit late. It is not in the morning, it's around 11 p.m. and the sun is very hot. It seems like the rains are bidding us goodbye because the sky is quite clear. Even yesterday, the day that it rained, it was the other day when I did a video. But from that day, the sky has been clear. It's like the rains are saying goodbye. But at least the crops are quite big. They have been boosted by the rain. You know, guys, you can't compare rainwater with water that we use to water the crops. At least the rainwater tends to boost the crops a little bit. And guys, I left when we had a tree that fell on the garden and that tree had stressed me a lot because it fell on my potatoes where I've planted the potatoes, and it was quite disturbing and stressing for me, knowing how much I put my whole energy in the garden. And you can see, guys, it caused some distraction. But yesterday I sliced the tree. It was a bit late, so I not managed to show you guys how I sliced. I just sliced the tree just the normal way we slice the tree in the village. But the bigger branch, let me go near there so you can see what I'm talking about. So guys, the bigger branch, it is attached to the tree, so it was hard for me to pull it down. So you know, guys, I'm a woman and some things are made for men. I just try my level best which I know on my side I do a very good job. I know that. So that bigger branch, it needs to be pulled whole. Someone to climb the tree, then cut it. You know, the tree belongs to my neighbor, so we made an agreement that I just sliced the tree because it fell on my side, and they had no issues with that. So they gave me the tree, and as usual, you know, anytime I get a chance to have firewood, I do it, because I told you guys, here in our village we normally buy firewood. There are no big portions of land where you can go and fetch firewood. We just buy firewood. So anytime I get a chance of having firewood, I I make sure I do it very quickly. So I slice it, but the big tree, the big branch, it needs a man to be pulled down. So, and you can see, guys, my maize have been distracted. The maize which were around here, they are a little bit, they were broken, but it is okay. It is okay. You know, guys, when you make a decision of becoming a farmer, you expect anything. It's like when you have a project, you expect the good results and the bad results. So for me, I have nothing to do, because it is not like it's someone who sliced the tree. It's nature, the wind, the rains were raining, the wind, so it fell down. So I have to understand. I can't quarrel my neighbor. It is a normal thing. So you have to have shock absorbers when you are a farmer. So that is the description the tree has caused. You can see the area, how the area looks like. But for the potatoes, they have not been much affected. But I'm going to know what I'm going to do. These are my potatoes. For the new subscribers, we have some potatoes in the garden. You can see them. For my new subscribers in my channel, we have some potatoes here in the garden. So this is where the tree fell around the potatoes. and that is how the area looks like. The small branches, I just threw them on the side of the garden. I can use them to light some fire. So this is how everything looks like after the branch fell on the my farm. But we have to go on with life regardless. As I've told you, the sun is very, very hot. So guys, I was thinking this is the area that I planted. I had planted some cabbages, and I told you guys I did not do so well as I expected. So I was thinking to add some kales there, because there are some few cabbages which survived. You know guys, when you decide to be a farmer, you have to expect anything. For me, I did not feel bad because they did not turn the way I expected, because it is something new that I was trying in our area, and I've not seen anyone planting the cabbages around here. But they have survived a few of them. I'll have some few. So I was saying that I think I have to add some kale there, so that that area will not be bare. You know guys, when you are here in the countryside, you have to make use of every chance, every land, every portion of land. You have to make sure that you use it to maximum, because guys, you know, in the city there is no land for farming. So anytime you come from the city and you have somewhere you can plant, you take it very, very seriously, like me. So guys, and I've forgotten to tell you guys, please subscribe to my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe guys, subscribe. I'm a road to 1k subscribers. So if you have not yet subscribed, a percentage of you guys have you watch my videos and you have not yet subscribed. Why are you doing this to me, guys? So please subscribe, guys. Subscribe. And after watching the video, like. Don't forget to like. And if you have a comment, you can comment down below. And press the notification bell to get notified anytime I post a video. I'm a lover of farming and gardening. That is what I mostly do here in the village. And I share my daily life experiences in the village, what happens in the village, and how we live in the village. So subscribe. Tell a friend about my channel and my videos, and like, comment, share. Do everything that it is needed to be done, guys, please. So we are going to check on that, if we are going to add some kales there, because I told you guys the kales are doing very, very well. I have harvested not like anytime I need to have to cook some kales in my home, I always harvest them from here, since and you know, I have some other kales in between the banana plantation, so they are boosting me very, very well. You can see how they are growing so well, and even today, if I like, I can harvest some. And because the sun is getting hot and hot, if the rain stop, we are going to start watering our vegetables and add where I see that even the spinach did not turn so well, so I'll have to add. And guys, for the kales, look at this, guys, look at this. These are the carved kales. Here in Kenya, we call them sukuma matumbo. Look at them. I even harvested them the another day, and I cooked them. They were so sweet. I just planted 3 lines. I was checking if they are going to do well in our place, and they are doing very, very well. And these are spring onions which I planted together with the carved kales, and they are doing good. I can't complain. And I'm impressed by this pumpkin. It's growing so fast, guys, and it's heading towards where I've planted the spring onions, and I feel so good. Everything is turning out so well, except for the cabbages and some spinach, which I've told you guys I am going to replace. And look at our pawpaw right there. This is the biggest pawpaw in the farm, and we just planted them just the other day, and it's growing so big, and I can't wait for it to grow, so I'll be having some pawpaws in the farm. Because I told you, normally I just buy the pawpaws. If I like to have some pawpaw in my home, I just buy them, and we planted quite several of them. They are doing so good. The pawpaws, I can't complain. I don't know if there is no pawpaw which failed. The ones we planted. Another one. This one is quite small, but I know it's going to grow big. And guys, this is how our tomatoes are doing after staking. This is how they are doing. And I've been checking on the farm, and guys, I've realized guys, I never planted some beans around in this garden. I planted the yellow beans in the other farm. So the ones which fell on the ground while I was harvesting some beans the other season, they are so big, guys. Let me show you how big they are. Look at these. They are so big, and I even wish if I planted some beans around here, because at least here it's quite near. I can harvest them anytime I want. They are growing so big. Feels so good. Look at these guys. Going to have some beans very soon, and these are the yellow beans. These ones. I've been telling you guys, termites are a big problem in our village, and they made some maize in my garden to go into waste. Look at how they are eating the maize. And for the ones which the area like that area, I removed the ones which had fallen down, and that tendency stopped. But here, these are the ones which fell well after removing the other ones. And that is another shock absorber you should have here in the village. Anything can happen anytime. But for me, I'm always ready. My parents taught me the farming things. And look, guys, these ones are even ready. I think these ones are even ready. You can see. I can pluck them. But I don't know if I pluck them, if I'll have other ones for me. And this is the bean, a variety of bean that I planted the other day. And I told you that it is usually cooked with a traditional food here in Kenya. We call it mukimo. I think these bees need me to support them, because they are bending because of, I told you about the rains, so they are a little bit bending some. And guys, look at this. Look at this. A girl will have some peas, and I wish I planted a lot of them. I wish I planted a lot of them, but next season I'll plant a lot of the peas. I told you we call them zoho in my local language. Look at these. Look at that. I feel so good. And this one, the one which is bending. And these ones are very sweet when you cook them with githeri, or you can mix them with your rice, or you can mix them with meat, and they taste very good. They taste very, very good. Let us go the other side. I show you the amount of firewood that I collected from that branch yesterday. I'm very, very happy. Oh, God has been faithful. Look at this. The amount of firewood. I've not yet arranged them where I normally arrange the firewood. So the amount that I got. And I think for me they are a lot. And for these ones, when they are like that in our place where we normally buy the firewood, I think you can get them for uh, around 300. So that is why I am always very happy if I get the chance to have some firewood, and I have a lot of them here. I have a lot of firewood that can take me for some time before I buy. And for the new subscribers, this is where I store my firewood, and they are a lot. I store them under my water tower. That is a tank that brings water inside the house. So it is there for pressure and everything. So this is where I store some firewood, and I have a lot of them. Lot of firewood. Then we had the ones I got yesterday from that branch. Then guys, I have a banana here that I have been consuming while it is at the tree. That is what I normally do. Let me show you guys what happens anytime a banana wants to produce some fruit. You can see that is an indication that very, very soon we are going to have a banana there, and I'm very, very happy. These are good signs and a job well done. I told you guys that after you harvest a banana from a plant, like this one I harvested it just the other day, it's always good to cut the plant because others grow around it. So for this one, it cannot produce another banana. So you just cut it down, and others grow around it like this one. You see, others have started growing around it, which will produce the next fruit, and there is cereal. So for this one, I have to cut it down. So I slice the branches and then place them on the garden. Want to tie this piece because it is bending and it has some piece there. So if I leave like that, it is going to fall down. So I'll tie them in here. so that they have good support. You can see now it is straight. It is better that way. I also want to try this one. And I'm using these strings. This one is quite big. Which is going to bend. See, now it is not bending. They need to be at least vertical so that they can grow well and produce good the peas. These ones. For these ones, I told you guys, for the new subscribers, they take a longer period. Like for me, I planted them back in November after relocating, and they are going to be ready for consuming around August. That is August, whole July. That is when they are ready. They take a very long period so that they can produce the peas. So you need to be patient when you plant such legumes. But for me, I was checking on if they can grow, and they have shown me that they can grow. Next time I'm going to plant a lot of them. So I want to harvest the carved kales, just a few of them. I'm going to mix with the other kales. This is how they normally look. They are very sweet and they don't have acid, so they are good. And guys, I'm looking at this pumpkin, and you know, guys, in Kenya we consume the leaves, and I feel like harvesting a few and check it how they are going to taste. It is still small, but let me just take a few leaves. I love it a lot. For the kales, they are doing me justice. I harvest them anytime I need some kales, and they are always here. You see, guys, here a lot. I've just harvested a very small portion. Let me have some already. You see, guys, once are enough for supper. Here are some spring onion. And someone had asked me is my experience so far in farming and gardening and in collective, the countryside life. And for me, I would say it's countryside life depends on how you take it. And uh, like for me, let me talk on my side. On my side, I'm a person who loves gardening and farming. So, and I know that that is one thing that I'll have to do here in the countryside unless you have somewhere else that you can do some farming. So it's something that I love. I love doing. Even when you see me at the garden, I enjoy doing farming and gardening and anything that concerns farming. I enjoy doing it. So it is something that comes from my heart. No one forces me. So about farming and gardening, for me, it is something that is good when you love it and you are a fan of doing the farming and gardening. And one thing that you know is that after the gardening and farming, you'll always have the harvest, and which is the best part of the farming. When you're harvesting, you feel so good, and at least you always see the fruit of your work, of your hard work, because farming is not for the weak. Farming, gardening is not for the weak. Even the countryside life, when you are not used to, it's not for the weak. Like for me, as I always tell you guys, I was born and raised in a village, so it's something that uh, I grew up farming. We used to go to the farm and do the gardening, everything. So it's something that I grew up doing. So, and later in life, I realized that I have the uh, passion for farming. So it's something that I do from my heart. And about the countryside life, in the village, life is not the same as in the city. Yeah, you like now the place is very very quiet. And after relocating, you'll always have the difficulty of finding new friends. It's not easy. Uh, like for me, I'm an introvert because, because most of my time I spend in the garden. So finding new friends and finding other things like the normal things you used to do in the city, they are not the same like in the village. So you'll always have some changes of life. Yes, but there is an advantage because life here is so slow. At least it cools you down. In the city your head can burst. To be honest, when in the city, the only thing that you think is about making money. How do I get money? How do I settle this bill? But in the village, you wake up, there is no questioning of this and that. Life is very very slow. At least you cool down. You like for me after relocating, I have been at least life is slow. There is no hurry, there is no sound. At least you try to find yourself again. You find yourself again. You start knowing your other hobbies, what you can do apart from the things you used to do in the city, how you can start making money in the village. Like you have to start to know ways of making money here in the village, because you always need money for to settle some bills here and there. So for me, countryside life, for me, it is going so well. And as someone who loves farming, it is the best life I want for me and my kids. A place where there is no rush for anything. Everything is just coming out naturally. No rush for anything, no pressure, just a very slow life and a peaceful life. And everything is so quiet. Like in the morning, you wake up with the fresh air, the sunrise. Uh, you do what you want with no one's pressure. So that is what I would do for say about countryside life. Another thing about farming, when you do the farming, you will always know that uh, the things you have planted are 50-50. Like for me, you have seen that I planted some cabbages and they did not turn as I expected. But for the other things, they are doing so good, and I can't complain. For the other things, they are doing good. I can't complain. So, and you have to know how to deal with the pesticide. And if something doesn't turn as you thought, you have an option B. Like you have to have an option B for the things you have planted and the gardening and everything about the village. So that is what I would say about the village life, but it is the best. Life is very very slow and with no pressure, no worries, just a peaceful life away from the city stress. The city, you guys. So guys, if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, comment and share, and press the notification bell to get notified anytime I post a video. Please like the video. You guys like the video after watching. Please like the video, and we are going to grow together. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the new subscribers, and for the returning viewers, thank you. I don't take it for granted. So guys, bye bye. Let us meet in another video.